there's debate as to whether President Obama should take action on immigration through executive order, exactly as he's promised for the last 2 years, as he promised, when he was up for re-election in 2012. He said, I'm going to take action on immigration. I hope to work with Congress. Of course, Congress didn't want to work with him on anything. Then he said, I'm going to do it by executive action. He said, I'm going to do it right after the election. Okay? So now it's after the election. He's getting ready to act. And of course, the Republicans are going ballistic. How dare you? We didn't do anything when you won, right? And apparently we were supposed to listen to you because according to Mitt Romney's logic and Republican logic, whoever wins the elections, well, that's whose actions you need to follow, right? But in 2012, the Republicans didn't act that way, so they didn't help Obama pass any immigration reform. Now, all of a sudden, when they won in the midterm elections, it's like, no, Obama, you have to stop everything you're doing and follow what we do in our actions. Okay, I don't remember you guys returning that courtesy. Anyway, so on this issue of immigration, well, the Republicans don't have much choice if President Obama is going to do an executive order. So their only choice is saying, oh, yeah, well, we're not going to fund anything if you do that. And we're going to stop the budget process entirely and hence shut down the government. Now, what's funny is they all got the same memo. JR put together this compilation of all the Republicans with the same exact talking points. I want you to listen to them, try to decipher whether they're going to try to shut down the government or not. And then afterwards, I'll tell you exactly what all of this means. Watch.
I don't think the president should shut down the government to try to break the Constitution.
I think we're not heading into a government shutdown, and there are a lot of reasons for that. One of them has to do with the fact that this president has a few options in front of them.
Should government shutdown be on the table?
Absolutely not.
Now, he can listen to the American people who have just spoken, just weeks after he said that his policies will be on the ballot. And one of those policies was, in fact, possible executive action on amnesty.
We had an election. Mm-hmm. He said his policies were on the ballot. He lost in red states, purple states, blue states. The American people overwhelmingly ejected and rejected his policies.
The president, I think, here is being political and cynical.
He can listen to the American people, which I think would be good, or he can turn away from what the American people have said.
Where was this president used to say elections have consequences?
I think the president wants a fight. I think he's actually trying to bait us into doing some of these extreme things that have been suggested. I don't think we will.
No, we shouldn't shut down the government, but absolutely Republicans should do everything they can to force the president to follow the law.
Congress is going to stand up to the president, and the American people expect them to do that.
No, the president shouldn't shut down the government.
We're standing ready, looking at the fact that it's important for us to defend the rule of law.
All right, so first of all, they say shut down the government. Absolutely not. And then they say, now, we're not for shutting down the government. And then Jindal specifically kept framing it as, well, the president shouldn't shut down the government. And then they added, well, we want them to follow the rule of law. We want them to follow the law. So what they're going to do is they're going to probably, it appears based on these talking points, they're going to take action. They're going to cut off funding. And then they're going to say, well, you got to follow the law. Oh, you didn't follow the law? Well, I didn't shut down the government. You shut down the government. You see that? You see, the Republicans are definitely against shutting down the government. I mean, we're going to pass legislation that would shut it down and then blame it on you, but we're totally against it. So the lesson learned from the last time the Republicans shut down the government was that it wasn't the wrong thing to do. It's just that you shouldn't get blamed for it. So the first thing you need to do is get everybody, all your ducks in a row, okay, get everybody on the same talking point, just charge on a TV and say, we don't want to shut down the government. And then later you'll say, oh, the president did. I can't believe the president shut down the government like that. So apparently a shutdown is coming. Fun for everybody, woohoo. And I love Mike Lee there saying the president needs to understand that elections have consequences and the American people have spoken. Because Mike Lee and all the other Republicans after 2012 said the same exact thing. The American people have spoken. Elections have consequences. We will listen to everything Obama says. He just got elected easily. We will listen to him. That's what they said, right? Right. They didn't say that at all. They did the exact opposite. So they fought Obama tooth and nail, and that's exactly what Obama should do with them.